How's it going, guys? So we're doing a little bit different video here today. We're repairing this drone. Whenever you plug it in, sometimes it power loops, and I don't know if I can demonstrate it or not. There it goes. So what's happened here is the cord to the ESC, the cable from the ESC to the flight controller, the plug-in on the ESC has came loose. So I'm hoping maybe I can solder the cord without the plug to the flight controller and see if I can repair it that way without buying another flight controller. But we're going to find out and see what we can do with this. And also, reason why I don't make many of these repair videos is because I like watching videos at the same time. So I figured what we do is we are going to look for lower subscriber count videos and kind of like highlight some of their videos while we're repairing this drone. So something different and exciting, and I'm going to check out my buddy here, Z King. He's got 106 subscribers, and I'm going to subscribe up here, and then we'll play one of his videos here. Looks like he's flying in the snow. Is my volume down? Okay. He's got volume. Alright. Nice. Flying in the snow is always risky, because once you hit the ground, you pretty much gotta quit because it's pretty much wet and everything. Family shot. Oh, that's a cute little kid there. It's a nice view. He's got a barn and all kinds of stuff to fly around. That's a pretty cool looking view. It makes you wonder where he is. Is he in the truck or on the porch? Golden hour, that's my favorite time to film, is when the sun is going down or coming up. We always call it golden hour. Is that him? Yep, that's him on the porch right there. So me and Z King got to fly together in a race, and decided to check out his YouTube. And that's Z King right there. There he is. Alright, we're going to like his video here. And he invited me out to come and fly one of these areas. This might be it right here. Let's check it out. If it is, this looks really cool. Is that an eclipse? I ain't seen an eclipse in forever. So we subscribed to him, and I downloaded this thing right here that tells you everything, and I was hoping to get, you know, figure out how to get to other channels that have low subscribers. So that was pretty neat. Seen another one come up right here. So 132 subscribers. Let's see what this guy has to say.
Hey, what's up, guys? So today we're down here.
So the title is DJI FPV drone still worth it in 2024? I say yes. Yes, it is worth it. So
Here on Fort Lauderdale Beach at a parking garage with the DJI FPV. We're going to be reviewing this drone. We're going to be letting you guys know what I think about it. We're going to be letting you guys know if it's something.
Considering you can get this kit for about $700, I believe. I believe I got mine for like $629. So you can find them pretty cheap. And considering you can get one that cheap, and that's about as much as the goggles, well, that almost the goggles used to cost. But you know, the drone alone is like $400. So you know, for $600 or $700, you're getting a drone controller and goggles. Yeah, I think it's worth getting, especially if you're getting into FPV. Yeah, it's worth getting.
You guys should still look at in 2024. We're just gonna give you a overall overview of the drone. So we got the drone here. I got the DJI goggles too, and I got the DJI remote too. I got 3 battery packs, and we're gonna be getting this thing active for sure. So let's get right into it. All right, so the DJI FPV drone has a 4K 60 camera on a 2-axis gimbal, so you don't have 4 axis, only 2 axis, so up and down. Kind of cool though on an FPV drone to be able to move the camera up and down while you're in motion. So that's kind of cool. It's got forward vision sensors and it's got lower vision sensors. It also has this cool light on the bottom that when you're coming in and you're hovering and you get about this far away from the ground, the light turns on and it illuminates the ground under it, and it's kind of a cool little effect that the drone has. It has these propellers that have this locking system on them where you just push it, turn it, and then pull it out, so they're very easy to remove on and off. You push it down, turn it, and there's no issue, and then they're color coded. So the ones with the red circles around here, you just put on the ones marked red circle, you just throw it on there.
I do have to say the props on these drones are really efficient, and you put the prop adapters on, and you can use other props, but I haven't found a prop yet that gets the same efficiency as the original props. But
so it's pretty hard to mismount these propellers. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. The drone has LED lights on the back side that are customizable within the goggles, so you can go in the goggles menu and you can change what colors these lights are. I think I have them set at multicolor, and then they're set to like throttle, so as I put the throttle up, like the colors change and they move rapidly. But other than that, I think that's about it for the drone. There's a heat sink on the back side of it, so the drone can sit idle with the battery on, which is kind of a cool feature. Most normal FPV drones, they would overheat if you had them plugged in, sitting, waiting for the shot. So with this thing, you can sit have the drone on, waiting, and then right before you need to go out and get a shot, you can just put it up in the air, go get the shot, and then bring the drone back, land it, no problems. But for the drone itself, I think that's about it. Let's get into the battery and the goggles. Alright, so the FPV drone uses DJI smart batteries. They last, depending on how you're flying, so if you're flying full acro, the drone's going to get about 8 to 10 minute flight time. Flying GPS moderately, not flying full speed.
Alright, let's see what I know how to fly a
15 to 20 minutes.
DJI already. Let's see what else he's got here. He's only got 132 subscribers. And a mini DJI Avata. What is this? It's not a DJI Avata. What is this right here? Oh, Pavo 20 is what it is. Okay, so he's using the DJI controller with the Pavo 20, which, okay, that's pretty cool. Security guard checks out my Pavo 20. I'd say he's going to say it's pretty cool.
Hey, what's up, guys? So today we're out here with the Pavo 20 in a parking garage. We're actually at the Galleria Mall after they close, so the garage is empty. We're on the bottom floor. I'm going to practice, and there's no wind, so I'm going to practice flying the little Pavo around the garage. I was just flying the DJI FPV, so this guy's not bound up. In case you guys were wondering how to bind the Pavo, all you do, there's a little pin in there. Ooh, this isn't small enough. This is. There's a little pin in there. Just press that guy. I'll start blinking. You're gonna hold on the DJI remote after you set all your beta flight settings to let it do this. Wait. Syncs up, and then I'm going to take my goggles, press the little sync button, it beeps, and we're going to do the same thing over there, blinks red, and it connects. So now we're all bound up and ready to fly. Put the drone down, throw the goggles on, start recording for you guys. I'll rest on the car. It's kind of hard. We'll flick the lights on so you guys can see those. Start recording. Arm the drone, start recording. Might have the battery back a little bit too far. I feel like it's pulling backwards. Flying, I flew this parking garage once, so this isn't my first time flying it, but it was a little bit rough the first time I flew it.
This is pretty neat, but I think if he would make the flight part bigger and make himself, like, if he traded screens right here, I think that'd be awesome. He's got a camera guy. That's pretty neat. He actually has a camera guy.
Get that through there. Send it outside.
Yeah, you're always making weird faces when you're flying, so it'd be a lot better to see the bigger flight video and smaller of you flying.
Front flip. Ooh, right through the tree. Hopefully I don't lose reception around this building. bring it back.
I wonder if his fingers here have met up with some props, because it's what it looks like when you don't have props off when you're working on something, which is kind of irony. I don't have props off on mine, but I'm not plugging it into my radio or nothing. I'm just I should have props off, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll continue on with this.
Let me try and move this battery forward a little bit. It was a little bit of a rough landing. I don't know, I just feel like the weight's off a little bit on it. Let's see if that's a little bit better. My goggles are comfortable. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit better. Let's see if I can. Ooh, that was a little rough. Let's see if we can't clean that up. Let's come over here for the camera so you guys can see me try and perfect this move. Low. That was better. Definitely better. Throttled too early, I think. Just trying to fly around a little bit more. Let's come into it here. Ooh, that was a little bit better. Orbiting skills are not the best. Try and work on them. I can't keep a consistent circle. That's pretty good right there. Keeping a pretty good circle. Now it's turning to an oval, but I feel like that was halfway decent. Oh boy, is that security? Might be security. They kicked me out of here last time, but it was during the day. Now there's no one in here. Hopefully they don't bother us. That was better.
Was that a cut? It looked like it. Here, I'll do that again. It almost looked like a small, yeah, it was a small cut there in the video. That was, interesting. Oh no, somebody's flying a drone, goodness sakes. Here, let me land so you can...
What's up, man? How we doing? What happened? Thank you, man. You don't have a problem with us doing that here, do you?
Only thing is, I'm about to close. I'm actually 10 minutes late on closing the gate.
Alright, so we'll head out of here. Alright, is it cool? Is it cool if we go outside the gates and I fly through here?
I mean, yeah, that shouldn't be an issue.
Alright.
As long as the car, I mean, I don't want to lock you in here.
No, I got you. I'll pull the car out. Thank you, man. Have a good night.
Okay, well, that was a good interaction. He was pretty cool.
And the security guy was cool. Boy said it was cool. But should have enough. Does with this. I'm gonna have to go pretty far. I'm at 16 megabits. Signal is a little bit tough doing that. I want to get the patch antennas for this thing, but the only reason I don't want to get them is because I have the DJI FPV too. And you can't use the patch antennas with the DJI FPV.
So it looks like on my plug here, it's pretty loose. Like I can move it, but it looks like all the pins are intact. I can get my flashlight out here or get some more light on this situation here and see. Yeah, all the pins look like they're connected pretty well. And when I look inside, there ain't no burnt pins or anything like that. So what I'm wondering is, I'm pretty sure that the two tabs on each side of this, so I'll try to show the camera here, but there's tabs on each side of this. And I'm pretty sure that that's what's causing the loop on the power loop, because it's like ground or something like that. So I'm thinking, if I take my solder gun and very carefully solder each side here, just enough to get it to be solid. What I would really like to do is that bridge from the ESC to the flight controller. I wish I could just put it on this, but I don't see, looking at this, I don't see any solder connections for that option. So I'd have to take that plug off and try to solder on these little bitty tabs, which are so close together that I'm not that confident in the soldering. So what we're going to do is we're just going to solder on each side here and hope that fixes it. If it doesn't, then we're going to need a new flight controller, because I don't think I can solder on them little bitty pads on this plug if I take it off. I mean, I might be able to, but shoot, that's some really precise soldering. The good thing is we have a brand new solder gun or iron and a brand new tip, so I can get pretty precise with this, and I think I'll be good enough by making sure this plug is mounted on both sides, and that should take care of it. The only reason why it actually went out is because I had this in. This is the one in the Bando crash, where I crashed it and recovered it with my DJI FPV. This is that drone, and if you go and watch that video, you'll see me recover this with a claw. And but we're going to continue on watching this, see what's going on here.
I would have to have different setups. Well, that was very sloppy.
It looks like he's got an 03 unit.
Go say what's up to all these Tesla owners.
I want one of those. I want a Tesla so bad. I want a Tesla so I can go and go to every state and kind of like tour America and Power Loop America, do like a Power Loop America tour, and I think that would be pretty cool, and pick up some people along the way, and hopefully you know, make a whole series out of it and have some fun, and like maybe create a team or something like that. But that's one of the goals on this channel, is to get a electric vehicle and tour America. That's if I can ever start getting paid on this, because right now I'm not getting paid enough to even make it a job. So, but let's continue on and watch this guy here. I like this video though. It's a nice video. I like the flow and everything. I just wish the flight part was bigger than watching him fly.
Yeah, it might not feel the same to the side. Yeah, I dropped down at 3 megabits there.
It's got a nice beat to it also. I hope it's not copyright. So we're going to move on to the next one, and we're going to hope that's not copyright because later on I'll have to cover it up. But I am going to go ahead and subscribe and like and go and check him out, guys. His name is 954 Films. Alright, let's go to the next one here.
Alright.
213 subscribers, Tim Nathan. Alright, let's see what came
So
up
I've been
first.
flying FPV for about 2 months now, and ever since I started, I keep hearing people talking about how good 5-inch drones are, and that they're the best for freestyle and all that. I couldn't resist the idea of building my own 5-inch, it just looked like it would be so much fun. So I got online, found a build that I liked, bought all the parts, and today they've finally arrived. This is literally my first time doing this, so yeah, I'm going to be learning as we go. The frame is a TBS Source 1 V5, and the first thing I want to do is just really sand down the edges of it, because they come quite sharp. These motors are iFlight Zing 2s, don't really know much about them. 2207 and 1855 kV, and I'm going to be running this drone with 6S batteries. So now we're screwing each of the motors onto the frame. The stack is a SpeedyBee F405 V3, and it's an all-in-one stack. It comes with its own screws, which are longer, so you just take the original ones out and pop the longer ones in. Here I'm just testing to see that it fits in there perfectly. I got this braided mesh to protect the wires. I really just also like the look of it, so I fitted that to the wires of each motor and melted the ends. I found that if I pushed the ends a bit while they were melting, then they would squeeze in tighter and give it kind of a better aesthetical look. Here it is with the mesh protection over the wires. This stage is actually super scary. I measured each of the wires so they would wrap around the inside of the ESC. You just want to get it right and give yourself a little bit of wiggle room, because it would just be super annoying to have a wire that's too short. And you can see there I've done that. I actually could have left myself a little bit more room in some of them. This is an ELRS antenna. I'm just putting it on. I actually don't have an ELRS receiver at the moment, but I'm going to get one later. I've been using the DJI remote, and it actually just drops out intermittently at times, so it's really quite unreliable. There's the receiver all attached and soldered up. Now it's time to tin the pads on the ESC. Put heaps of flux on all of these before I did it.
That's a nice soldering.
See, I've just started tuning the ESC and planning to wrap these around over the top, so we'll see how that goes. I've used this braided protective stuff to go over the wires, which I really like the look of. It just looks super sturdy. What I'm doing here is actually pretty silly. I should have just used a bit of blue tack or some of the double-sided tape. And now we come to the actually quite scary part of soldering the wires to the ESC. This actually wasn't too hard. I had to hold it with the tweezers sometimes to just keep it in the right spot, but for the most part it worked really well and I was really happy with it. I kept the solder on around 450 degrees, which is as hot as this one could go, and it just melts the two pieces into one. If they just look like one piece, then I think that's a good solder. Here they are all soldered up, and I'm just testing to see how they're going to wrap around. We've just finished the extremely scary job of soldering the motor joints to the ESC. Here is my solder job. For the most part, I think they look okay. I'm not really happy with the shape of some of them, but for now, I think they'll do.
So I found something out about soldering motors in, and you see how he's got, here, let me go back to where he's zooming in here. You see how he's got them flat right here? Found if you stand them up and make them solder to both sides of that pad, you'll get more power into your motors. So, and I figured this out kind of by accident here. What happened was, on one of my drones, I lost a motor, and I replaced the motor and soldered it flat. Well, I went to look at my black box logs, and on my black box logs it showed 3 motors not maxed out and 1 motor maxed out. And the one motor that was maxed out, it was soldered flat. And then so I went ahead and took that one and stood it up and done a mile per hour test, and I got, like, I'd say about 15 more mile per hour out of the drone from soldering it up and down, and the underneath and the top pad of the pads, both of those pads were touching on the solder joint. So that's a little tip for you guys to try out and see if you get better performance. If you want better performance, if you're happy with the way it is, just to keep it the way it is. I'm not too crazy about circling my wires around like this and getting fancy with it. I've seen some drone companies do this, and the reason why is, whenever you crash this drone, which you're going to crash, if you fly enough, you're going to crash. But whenever you crash this drone, you risk pinching one of these wires and shorting it out to this board. So I'm not too crazy about circling my wires around like this. But as far as his solder job goes, it's a nice looking solder job. It's not bad at all. I would do something to protect this board, especially he's making a freestyle build, so yeah, I'm not too crazy about the wires being like this for a freestyle build. That's my phone alarm going off there. But we'll continue on watching him here. I like his build though, he's doing a good job.
Some of them, we'll see. That black one, it looks pretty bad. There's a bit of wire.
It don't look too bad. I think I would have soldered the capacitor on first, but that doesn't look too bad. The only thing is you want to make sure that you flux both sides before doing this. And let's see here. So he does that side.
Potentially my salt on well. I'm trying to get this on well to get it hot. And
so that's where he messes up.
Quite a lot. The iron on isn't really hot enough for it, but you can make it work.
So he solders this side.
Leave the iron on it for a really long time to get it hot. And
no, you don't have to leave it on for a long time. So what he done wrong here is that he pre-soldered the board, which was right, and then he pre-soldered his wires, which was right. But you got to flux all that again. If you flux all that again and then heat them up and put them on there, it's going to come together all nice and neat. You don't want to just solder both sides and then join the solder together. You want to always flux that again, and that's going to make it all nice and neat and joined together.
Older, and yeah, I really struggled trying to get this on well.
And that's why you struggled.
Stopper, you should absolutely get one. It costs about $3 and it could save your whole ESC. This is my first time powering the drone on. And I'm not sure if you can tell from the video, but this was a huge relief.
Here's a fun fact for you. I've never used a smoke stopper since I've been building, and I don't think I've ever burnt anything up from building ever, but I've never used a smoke stopper. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying that, you know, some people choose to use them, some people choose to take a risk. And I guess I've just taken a risk and never had any problems.
Now we're in beta flight and we're just going to test each of the motors, make sure each of them is spinning, that they're in the right order, and that they're spinning in the right direction. We're doing props in on this drone. Next we have the camera. It's a Runcam Wasp with the link that basically is designed to work with DJI. It's smaller and lighter than O3 system. Feels actually really nice. This thing is going to carry a GoPro pretty easily, so it doesn't really matter if I can't record 4K footage off this camera. So I've popped the VTX in the back of the drone here, and I'm going to run the camera cable again under the ESC and out the front, just to keep it all neat and tidy. Here is how I've mounted everything. So we have the VTX up the back here, the Runcam Wasp link. That's running down underneath to the camera, which is just here. We have the capacitor moved up to the front. ELRS config on the ear, but I'm not running it at the moment. I'm gonna get a...
So something else I figured out is if you're running high kV motors and a Vista unit, you might want to add a BEC. It's a voltage control unit, and what it does is it keeps you from frying your Vista unit from power fluctuations. And I learned that the hard way after having a bunch of units killed. It's a whole lot better to be protected than taking a risk of going straight from the flight controller to the DJI Vista, and that way if you have any power fluctuations and more voltage coming out than it's supposed to be coming out, then your unit won't fail because you got like a little middleman to take care of all that.
A ELRS receiver another time. Yeah, wired everything down here. XT60 up the back. Got a 3D printed part for the VTX receiver. Alright, so this thing, it's finished. I cannot believe it all worked. Everything connected, the smoke stopper didn't detect anything. I cannot believe it. I'm so stoked. It's connected up to DJI Goggles 2 and the remote controller. That worked fine. I just made sure.
Now he says it's finished, but you got to go through beta flight and make sure that everything is running right and all your motors are in order and everything, and I don't see that in his video. So It was a cool build tutorial, but you gotta add the beta flight part in there to actually say it's finished. But it was pretty neat here, so I'm going to go ahead and give him a like and hit subscribe, and I want to see if he's got any cool freestyle videos. See if he's got anything. Drone caught fire mid-flight. He's got a big running, a big recording rig. Bad soldering flight. Unbox first flight, 15 hours. I don't see any just. I don't see any just. So he kind of does like build and unboxing. I'd like to see like a freestyle video, but
This package arrived at my house today.
Hang on. Yeah, it's in acro mode. It's just been like air for the DJI. Oh, and it's windy too. It's just yeah, it's really not too loud. Oh man, I'm so nervous. I can't believe we started like that. I want to do some cool shit, but also this is expensive. I don't want to break anything. I don't want to bother anybody today. Like,
yeah, I remember having those feelings. You don't want to bother anybody or break anything. And sometimes you just gotta send it.
My whole mouth is dry from when it just kicked off before and went crazy. Soft, comfy landing. Sick. Should put this on. I don't know what this on now. There we go. Whew. Oh my god, that was so nerve-wracking. It's crazy how much a sim can just teach you. Because if I hadn't flown in acro mode before, like, you would just smash it immediately. Here it is. Honestly, it doesn't feel too hot. The air unit feels fine.
Alright, so go and give his channel a check out and see what it's like. $126 subscribers we got. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mention the other guy here. Tim Nathan, 214 subscribers. Go and check him out if you want to watch build and flight videos and stuff like that. We got another guy here, A. Wesson. We'll see what he's got going on.
Yo, what's up everybody? Time for a new video. Today, we're building a 6-inch. So most of the time I fly a 5-inch drone. Super good, super capable. Go fast, everything is nice and good. Today we're building a 6-inch drone. Is it better than a 5-inch? I don't know. We'll see. Let's build a 6-inch. Fresh frame, yellow.
Okay, we got another builder here, and I want to watch a flight video. So let's see if he's got a flight video. We'll go to videos and popular. Here we go. He's got a drifting video. We'll watch that.
Visions are clear now.
Cats really know how to do less. Be more like your cat. Try out.
If this music's copyrighted or not, so we're just gonna turn the music off and watch it. So this is pretty cool flying though. Can't believe he's only got 126 subscribers if he's flying like this. This would be awesome to do right here. Chasing them. You gotta throw some tricks into it though. Heck yeah, he got pretty close right there. This plug is not wanting to cooperate on this side here. Which I am not good at, like precision soldering. I can solder pretty good, but that little tiny stuff. Man, this would be a lot of fun right here. That's a great video. That is a great video. 126 subscribers. Subscribe to that for sure and like it. Here we go, freestyle vlog. Let's watch this.
Yo! Today is gonna be an epic FPV day. First I'm gonna go meet up some fellow FPVers and we're gonna do some freestyle bashing. And later today I'm gonna go meet up a guy that rides supermoto and does like wheelies and stuff. So I hope that's gonna be epic, but that's later. First we're gonna go freestyle bashing. Let's see if we can do some nice tricks. Let's go! Boom! We are here. Let's fly.
Gotta turn off the music, guys. Sorry. We can play some music that I know that's not copyright for sure. Because we got white bad audio. And we got New construction site here. This looks pretty fun. Oh yeah, you're going to beat up props for sure. Alright guys, so you've seen this guy. He seems like he's got his stuff going here. It's pretty nice. So go and check him out. And that is A. Wessam, or Awesome. It might be Awesome. So I'll subscribe and will like that video. Check him out. Why he's not got more than 128 subscribers, that beats me, because this guy has got a lot of nice videos out. So give him some attention here. Good thumbnails, good videos. It's all mixed up. All kinds of stuff. Yeah, check him out. This will be a great video. A great one to watch. And if you look at their subscriber count, he's not got nothing. And he's let's see here, he's uploading, yeah, 4 days ago. You know, sometimes that's the trick, is to make sure you upload quite a bit. We got one with 503 subscribers, Quad Kev. So let's check out his raw, uncut parking lot freestyle.
That was actually pretty nice. Alright. Now gonna get into a little bit of flippy floppies yet. See what's around.
Did he say he's not going to get into the flippy floppies yet?
We got a little playground.
I mean, he came off the rip with a flippy floppy. I mean, this is a pretty cool launch, if you ask me. Right off the rip, he does a flip. Yeah, that's a pretty nice launch.
That is actually pretty nice. See what's around. We got a little playground.
Ooh, he about hit that bar right there. Oh yeah. Oh, he's flown here before, for sure.
What we got right there. This slide's actually not that bad. I'm not gonna front.
Yeah, you've flown this spot before. Oh, he about hit that
way too
pole.
close to that pole right there.
That's a good pilot right there.
And there's a little open space right here. Holy. I think this is gonna be my new little favorite spot to fly right here. Whoops, missed that tree.
Good freestyle pilot.
I don't know why I'm getting a lot of jello on my camera. Like my FPV camera right here. I'm getting a lot of jello.
Hey.
Oh, this was paralyzed by 20 volts.
Ooh. I wouldn't have disarmed right there, but the walk of shame is coming up.
Yep, we lost video.
Alright guys, so we're going to plug in this ESC on this flight controller and see if we still get the same power loop. And if we get the same power loop, then it looks like that we are going to have a new flight controller. Oh, I just put it on there and that thing just bent down as soon as I put it on there. That is so freaking annoying. That is not good at all. So soldering both sides of that plug didn't make a difference. So we are left with two options here. And that's replacing the whole flight controller, or we're taking this plug here and we're going to try to solder it on. I think I'm going to try to solder it on. Gotta remember which way it goes. So it goes on there like this. And I'm going to try the tedious part of soldering this because it's my last option. So we'll just go ahead and get rid of the plug. This kind of I was hoping those pins would just break off, but it looks like they broke all the way to the soldering. Son of a bitch. Well guys, this explains why this damn thing wasn't going to work to begin with. Because if you, I know it's going to be hard to see, but the pads itself, yeah, it's almost impossible to see, but you see the pads right here. Those pads have actually broken off. So I say that's what was going on, is this plug was moving in there and then it broke off the sides, and then it eventually was shorting out, or it didn't have a good connection, and this looks like it's a lost cause. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. So, you know what? I think I've got another one of these boards. I don't know if it's any good or not, but it'll be worth checking out. Let's continue watching this while I look for that board.
There we go.
This guy is freaking getting it. I think if you just calm down just a little bit, just a tiny bit, that you might have a
Alright, we're still recording.
Yep, we're still recording. It almost looks like it's in fast forward sometimes. This guy flies so crazy.
Try to have a little bit of fun at this little break playground. Oh. Only because I felt like going down the stairs.
If he can fly like this, I mean, he should start racing. Especially with flying in playgrounds and stuff like that. He might race and I don't know it, but he saw the picnic table. I know he did. I seen the picnic table too.
Telemetry lost.
Oh.
RF signal critical. Telemetry recovered.
Yeah, you went behind that building. Walk of shame.
What did we break now?
Yeah, that guy done pretty good. I kind of like his flying there. It's like a mix of S-Bang and some cool tricks. So he's got 503 subscribers. We're going to subscribe. We're going to thumbs up. Go and check him out. And we are going to move on to the next one. Let's see here. No, he's got a lot of subs, so let's see here.
Switch to Shopify and sell smarter.
I just want to find low. There we go.
What's good, guys? Welcome back to another.
No, I don't even know this guy, but
I knew that FPV drones existed, but I didn't really know anything about them. It started when my mate Jesse got a DJI bought and offered to let me fly it after I learned.
okay. That's just building the first one. Let's see here. He's got a lot of subs to only have 4 videos. That's pretty crazy. I think he's doing pretty good.
I knew that FPV drones exist.
Let's check out somebody else here. We're looking for low subs, so this guy has got more than me.
For my first 2 years in the
This is the problem of trying to find new channels, is they don't show up too well.
Alright, so this is a preview video on the new Mobula 6 2024 edition.
I'm going to check this guy out here. And he's got newer videos. So we'll check this one out here. So I found I found another ATF 435, and we found out that this plug here is really weak on the ATF 435 because that was from a crash. You don't think a plug that's kind of supported in there would fall off during a crash. So it's kind of weak in there. And I don't know what I could do to make it stronger, so we're just going to change it out. Hope this one works. We're going to find out here in just a second. But I've got to take this other one off. And I'm going to take a picture of it so I can just put it right back the way it is. I mean, I can read the pads, but I want it to be exactly the way it is on there, so I'm just going to take out a picture of it real quick. Plug up the soldering iron again. This guy's flying pretty smooth. He says he's got gyro flight on this. You wouldn't think you'd need gyro flight on a flight like this, but so he's just doing a flight sample is what it says. He's just flying it around. see what else he's got. The Mario 5, FPV Mario 5 frame. I'd like to have this frame.
Sweet memories.
Just to try it out.
Alright, so we're taking a look at the new FPV Mario 5 frame. So this one is like their new budget frame. Comes in at $33.99. Pretty good price. You're going to get basically all your carbon pieces here, battery strap, a basic frame to basically get you up in there. And if you want to get the second set of bag,
so it kind of does an unboxing, goes over
it's
everything.
It's going to be pretty tough to break this frame. I'm sure someone will. It should be pretty durable, and it should be fairly easy to switch out an arm. I think you just have to figure how effective.
I don't think you could tell how durable a frame is without actually flying it and putting it through its paces. But that's pretty neat. He's doing frame reviews already. We'll go ahead and subscribe to him, give him a thumbs up, and if you like that kind of thing, just go and check him out. So let's go see if we can find another one here.
But still probably plenty.
1 mil subs, no, I didn't.
Alright, so we're taking a look at.
Okay, let's look at another one here. Can we find another one? Painless 360. I haven't heard of this person. Well, maybe I should check him out. 168K subs. Basement Creations, that sounds like something popular. Let's see here.
Hi guys, I'm Darren, and in this
And then
Finding plenty of people that's got pretty big channels here. That's good to see, though. Here we go, we got another one here. Learning to FPV in 10 days. You were doing good to hit that tree.
Straight into the tree, bruh.
What's up, y'all? Today we're gonna see how good I can get at FPV in 10 days. So about 3 months ago, I decided to get into FPV. I initially didn't even know what FPV was and happened to come across it on a random day scrolling through YouTube. Looks pretty easy. I'm a gamer. I should get the hang of it. How hard could it be? Apparently really fucking hard. So I started with the plan of hopefully being able to fly after doing about an hour a day in the sim for 10 days straight, with my sim of choice being Trip FPV. Needless to say, it was a very long 10 days. And I don't think any game outside of Rainbow Six Siege has made me so frustrated to the point that I want to throw my controller at the monitor and destroy everything in sight, but here we are. But after around 30 hours in the simulator, I started to become more confident in being able to stay in the air without looking like a complete and total idiot. And I was actually able to complete some of the race courses in a decent time while learning a few tricks along the way. And by tricks, I don't mean anything fancy at all, just your everyday power loop. So after getting acquainted with the sticks, I felt like it was time to actually look into purchasing a real FPV drone to fly and crash. Problem was, I had no idea where to start, except for the drone and those weird goggle-looking things that they wear, and a radio, which is the Radio Master Boxer. Radio Sensei. Day one, homie. Buy one.
Okay, so we're going to see if we got the flight controller on. We're going to see if it's any good here. That is a great sign. That is a great sign. Alright, so we have a flight controller. So, ATF 435 by iFlight. Your little plug here that plugs into your flight controller to your ESC is weak. It's weak. And so I am going to put that on a long-term review here after this repair. And I've had 2 failures now on the ATF 435, which is a budget stack, but it's almost the same as the iFlight Blitz F7, which is very expensive. This one is like $50 right now, so you can get this one for like $50 and be alright. But considering that we've had some problems here, I'm not too crazy about that. So now we're just going to solder this receiver back. Is that the receiver or is that the GPS? That's a GPS. Huh. Well, my GPS hasn't been working, and I guess I need to get it working again. So this is a perfect time to get it all wired up right. That way I can solder it back in. So we're going to look that up real quick here. Alright, so ATF, no, we're going to look up Goku M10. I don't want the mini. So that's the one we got here. Let's see if they have a wiring diagram. There's the wiring diagram. So I need to grab my GPS and all this junk somewhere. So this is it right here. So I got my GPS. So this plug is going to go pins up. Alright, so I got yellow, white, and it's showing white, yellow. So I need to trade those two out, which I just had a razor blade in my hand. That's good. Won't we lose razor blades? That's what we need to do. Just lose a razor blade somewhere. That way when you do find it, you find it in the most incredible way. Here we go. So we need to trade the yellow and the white here. Well, we just make sure we wire it up correctly. So RX is going to be yellow now. So we're going to do that one to TX. And then we got black, red, black and red. That's right. And then green and blue. Alright, so green. Green and blue. That looks like gray, but what the hell? Green just came right back out. Now why are you not snapping in there? Can we push you in a little bit more with the dang razor blade? Looks like I got it in there all the way. Kind of massage the pins down. Hopefully that's going to hold it together. Put that wire through here. Son of a gun, it already came out. The green and blue both just came out. Alright, so the good thing is I can just solder onto the board here, and they keep coming out of the plug, so I might be better off just soldering those to the board. Give it one more go here. No, the red's coming out. I guess they all decide they just want to come out. These plugs is, you know, I like plug and play, don't get me wrong, but sometimes they're just a pain in the ass. They're not built for, you know, bando and freestyle. They're built for more like cinematic flying and stuff, I guess. So we're going to pull them plugs through. I'm going to cut them off. Cut off them little connectors. Alright guys, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be soldering this on the GPS on in the color configuration that I have on the screen here, but we'll go ahead and continue watching.
Suck a lot less. Maybe. And on my journey down that rabbit hole, things got very, very deep, but at this point, I'm too committed, can't turn back, so here we go. So after doing some research, I was really stuck between whether I wanted to do a tiny whoop, a starter kit, or just go straight to DJI until I saw the prices and said, fuck that. But yeah, I ended up landing on this baby right here. The Speedy Bee Master 5 V2.
Good choice.
Currently has no DJI Air unit on it because
put it on there.
Trees appear. And also, I didn't really want to get stuck within the DJI ecosystem because it's proprietary and I wouldn't be able to do things like, you know, customize the radio or fix the drone when it breaks without having to send it into DJI, customize the props, add a GPS unit. Granted, you know, they do come with these things. However, making modifications to them would just be a pain in the ass. So, this is more fun.
See, this is what happens when you don't have friends that fly. And you need to make friends and fly with them because you figure out stuff that you don't know. Like you can change the props or add a receiver in and change the radio. And you don't have to be stuck with DJI just because you got a DJI camera. Doesn't mean you got to have a DJI remote. But, so this guy's learning and he hasn't figured that out yet. It's always best to get with some community and go over these things because you can find out you're totally wrong on some things. As an example, he has no clue yet, not when he made this clip at least.
But mainly the price. Fuck that shit. So being that there's not really a proper way to simulate weight and wind, it took a little bit to get used to how weightless the quad felt and how responsive it was. You have the first time jitters, you're making moves, and next thing you know, wind's blowing you halfway across wherever you are. So it just took a little bit of time to maneuver and gain my confidence around all of that. So can you really go from the simulator to flying in real life within 10 days? Yes. 10 days at about an hour a day should be enough to help you get in the air and sustain yourself. Now, will you be like Mr. Steele and Alex Vanover and Joshua Barwell doing all these crazy things with the quad? Absolutely not. But you'll be able to fly. And will everything that you do in the sim translate to real life? Eventually, but it'll take some time to get used to the real life feel of the quad, and it'll take you some time to get that confidence that you have playing the game. You can crash as many times as you want in the game, but in real life, you only get a couple times before you have to shell out some cash, if you know what I'm saying. So my advice to you is to just keep at it and enjoy the experience. There's a lot to learn in this hobby, and I'm still learning as well. I'm only a few months into this. However, it's also been the most fun that I've had outside in a long time. So try not to get discouraged when you crash. Yes, when you crash, because it will happen. You will run into a tree. You will hit the ground. You will hit a branch. Hopefully you don't hit anybody, but your quad is going to meet the floor at some point. So just be prepared to fix it, be knowledgeable about the best practices when fixing it, right? Learn all about your batteries, learn all about your charging. Just really dig in and understand what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, it's a very rewarding hobby. And it's a lot of fun once you get the hang of things.
Alright, I like the message, guys. So, he's a little off on his information, but I like the message. I'll subscribe, give him a like. And
I've been flying DJI drones for a little bit more than 2 years now, and even though that doesn't sound like a very long time, I feel like I'm pretty skilled at it.
Let's see what this guy's got here. Let's see what
Is
this
the
is.
FRC Dark Star 20 the perfect small drone for flying inside, hitting small gaps, and flying slow? Let's figure it out. I got this about a month ago, and I've had so many issues connecting it with ELRS, and just been so busy, so I haven't even been able to really fly this much. But let's take it out the box real quick. I've already opened it. This is what you get. That's the Dark Star 20. You get a couple of extra things in the box, a set of extra propellers. It's always nice. We got a bunch of tools in here. Well, we got 3 tools, a couple screws and nuts, and a little GEPRC keychain. And aside from that, you get a bunch of paperwork. You also get some stickers, and the stickers are like a bunch of different GEPRC models. Here it is. I don't know why I'm prioritizing these stickers so much. But you get all these stickers, none of which are the Dark Star 20. See, they do have the Simulog 20, which came out around when the Dark Star 20 came out, and I kind of wish I got that one, but we'll talk about that more a little bit later. Man, why did I take these stickers out? I've honestly been carrying around the drone in this box, because the foam it comes with is pretty legit. It's like a solid cutout. And just kind of been transporting it around like that. Anyway, this is what you're here for, not the stickers. Here it is compared to my hand. You know, I'm not Shaq or anything. Pretty normal size hand, I think. I love how tiny this is. Dude, you could fly through, like, anything.
Looks a lot like the Pavo.
I didn't realize just how much flying slow is a completely different skill set. So I'm here at an Airbnb I just finished shooting. I do real estate photo and video, so if you need that, you're in LA, hit me up. But we're gonna fly through this property. This is a really nice Airbnb. I've never seen an Airbnb that actually looks like somebody's home, and this is it. So let's put a battery on here and see how it flies. So you gotta make sure the batteries you get do fit. So you got to get this profile battery. One thing I don't like, this connector, it's going to be a little hard to see, but when you connect it, it kind of wants to like dangle this way, and it ends up coming lower than the actual battery. So when you sit it down on the ground, it's always like facing down like this. I just kind of don't like that. So I've been putting this up here like that, and that kind of alleviates the problem. One thing I do love about this drone is that it's so quiet. Man, this thing pinches my beak, and I just turn into a mouth breather wearing this. Alright, it is armed. You probably can't even hear it. Alright. Whoa. Okay, I'm going a little too fast already. Oh, I forgot to bring that chair back. That was my original shooting location. Okay, I'm already terrified. Yeah, see. There you go. Ooh, okay. Ah, well, at least I landed upright. This thing really bounces. Okay, maybe I can't do this just yet. Yeah, I don't think I have the skill for this. Maybe. Let's bring it down. It's so dramatic, like this thing just tumbles around everywhere.
Alright, I got my GPS soldered on, nice and neat.
Location, kind of forgot my tripod, but we're trying to make it work. It's a little bit windy, so I think that's going to mess with the flight. Anyway, let's give it a shot. Okay, we're armed. And we're up. We do have the camera angle fairly flat. And the second I start flying, there's some wind coming in. I can see it in the goggles that the drone's being pushed around. Seeing a little bit of yellow, which I wasn't seeing earlier. Here we are, my janky setup. So I forgot my tripod. Let's take this thing over here. So this area is really cool. This is a golf course, but it's abandoned. I've never seen anyone here. It's been like this for a few years now. The only thing is sometimes we got people walking their dogs or whatever, so we're going to watch out for them. I don't see anyone right now.
There we go, that's nice and neat on there.
Bad considering how much wind we got.
It's soldered nice and neat.
It's definitely not that great with the wind. It's just so small. Any little bit of wind is going to make a difference. I don't know if you can see it right now, but I'm
pretty sure we went with white and yellow first.
Something just flew in front of the camera. Flight time is not that crazy. It is just a 2S battery, so I'm not expecting a lot from it. We've already been in there for 3 minutes, and I'm gonna probably have to land soon. There we go, I'm getting low battery already. So after 3 minutes, alright, let's give it another shot. We're armed. And we are up. Gotta give this thing quite a bit of throttle to get it to take off. I'm so used to my 5-inch freestyle drone. Just give it a little bit and it goes. With this thing, you gotta give it a lot before it even gets up. So I did mention, I wish I got the Cinelog 20 instead of Darkstar 20. The Cinelog 20 does run off of 4S batteries, so you're looking at more power and more battery life. Both of them are a pusher style drone, meaning the props push the air downwards, and essentially it kind of like hovers, which is totally fine until you want to start doing some freestyle stuff. So I mean, this will do flips, but there it is. You get that shake on the way, on the recovery. So it's definitely not going to be a freestyle drone.
Alright, so you guys see that I soldered my pads first on there. All nice and neat right here. So now I'm going to start adding my wires, and what I'm going to do is just go over here and I'm going to look at the description. So I done mine first white and yellow like it says right there, so the flight controller is white to RX, so we'll do white to R1. Where's that R4? Yeah, it's R4. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this flux, put it on my flight controller like that, put it on my wires a little bit, or the end of where I soldered at, just like I said before. And now all I'm going to do is just take one and touch it, which I had some tweezers. Don't have to have tweezers, but it is nice to use. There we go. Also want to pull up the ATF 435. Some of them give wiring diagrams, some of them don't. Amazon usually does. That's what I need right there. I'm just going to solder it just like it says right there. Really nice and neat. So SDA and SCL. So I got SDA on top. Which one's SDA? Okay, there it is. It says right there on SCL and SDA. So SCL is green, SDA is gray. So I'm going to put that one there. Beautiful. That was easy, fast, and looks good. So now I'm just going to take my alcohol and wipe that all off there. Make sure I don't have any leftover and this does two things right here. It not only makes sure you don't have any leftover solder, but also make sure your soldering is nice and neat, because if anything was loose it would have came off while wiping that off. And there we got a nice and neat solder pad right there. And our other things were just plug and play. So that was the GPS. I'm going to unplug very carefully, unplug the flight controller. Make sure my GPS is nice and rolled up here. Just like that, so we don't have any noise. Then I'm going to plug in my receiver. And I'm going to plug in my video. So I believe my video and my GPS are both going to be underneath the flight controller. Like this. And I want my receiver on top. So it's going to look good like that. So a big decision is you want your wires on top, on the side, or what? It all really depends on where the gyro is. And they don't really point out the gyro on this flight controller. So I wonder if you can actually go and look on their site. Give my soldering iron a rest here. Product not found. That's nice. What are you talking about? You guys just came out with this and you're telling me I can't find it? I don't get that. There's F7, E55. They just came out with this, and you tell me it's not on the iFlight store? There's no way. Like Black Friday was when I ordered, when I found out about these. They've got to be on their site. You would think they would be. Wow, that's crazy. That iFlight, that's something you guys got to keep on your site. Even if it's not for sale, I feel like it should be on your site. That's weird. See, it says it right there. Product not found. That's crazy. That just blows my mind right there, iFlight. That you wouldn't keep this on your site. Because I want to know like every detail. Hopefully somebody points it out for me. Because I really don't know what I'm looking at here to know where the gyro is. Alright, so can't find that there. That's just amazing to me that they leave something out like that. So we're going to guess it's on top, I guess. You know what? I don't like putting all these wires in between everything here, but we're going to find a simple route for it here. Give everything a slight twist. Put it all back together. Lay it down nice and neat. Alright, I'm going to make sure none of these wires are pinched. It actually looks pretty good. Looks like there's plenty of room. Yeah, nothing's pinched. Alright, I'm happy with that. So we made sure all the solder was off. Or all the flux was off, I'm sorry, not all the solder. I'm putting my nylon screw or nuts back on. And like I said, I don't have a smoke stopper, so right now is the time to trust my build. I'm not going to screw these all the way down, I'm just going to screw them slightly. I don't even want, I want to just barely, I want to be able to still move that chip with the grommets and gaskets and everything. Don't want to really squish them out. Alright, here's the moment of truth. You know, I've been crazy. I'm not even going to say it, but it works. Alright, on to the next step. The side plates on. And I'm going to leave this one halfway off. That way I can get to the flight controller. And let's watch a video while I screw this stuff back together. So I'm going to subscribe. Wait, what did I just watch? I watched a 5,000. Oh well. Let's see what we got here. Man from Earth. 105,000 subscribers. That's nice. I never heard of this guy.
The DJI Avata
Here we go.
might be the best drone for you to choose in 2024.
The best drone. I don't know about the best drone
Raise
in 2024.
FPV drones and safety.
It is a nice drone.
The Avata is perfect for anybody in any age. For 4K 60 frames per second, high response time of 30 milliseconds. This can be used for fun, professional use, or just for fun. This camera can do 16.9 ratio videos or 2.7-inch 4:3 videos that can be used to further stabilize and gyro flow, a software to make the video very stable compared to the built-in. But with that, the DJI Avata 2 has built in a D-log color profile, D-Cinematic, which retains more detail, better shadows, better highlights, and better exposure for later on post-processing if you want to upgrade the footage. And it has a built-in GPS, so if you lose connection, anytime it will come straight back and land in your palm or on the ground, without a doubt. For flight time over 15 minutes, I've gotten. It's very good battery life. It handles wind pretty well for a smaller drone. It can go up to 10 kilometers, but no one's going to be flying 10 kilometers away. It does record 10p, 1080p transmission signal, and it can do 100 frames per second video rate. The Avata runs on the O3 Plus reception. Now, it is fun, it is safe, and it's an amazing drone to use, and it is phenomenal for the price you're getting. But also, the Avata and FPV combined is the goggles. Now, these goggles are an upgrade from the original Goggles 1. These are the Goggles 2. They do cost more money as they're a high-end accessory, but you get an OLED panel, better transmission, better range, better latency. The battery life is good with the little battery you plug in to power the headset. It is bright. It does have intakes, but with the eyes you can adjust them for your likings. And with the remote, the RC remote, another bonus accessory that I would highly like anybody to get. And it's more precise and user-friendly. The remote is very lightweight, and the battery can last you weeks and weeks on end. I have 3 batteries in the FlyMall kit, and a charger that can charge 1 drone battery after each. And ND filter is very useful for cinematic blur and to match the shutter speed. Now, this is the footage that comes out of the goggles, what you see in the goggles. You see your height, your speed, your distance, what mode you're in, your battery life, your recording time, recording limit, satellites, your battery on your headset that you're looking through. There's almost no latency. Now the footage does look a bit rocky or a bit unstable. This is before you stabilize the video. You can see how wide the video is. And now I'm going to show you from the headset to the real footage. Now this footage is 2.7K, 30 frames per second. Compare to that, and then from that you see this stable footage, all from Gyroflow. I'll let the footage speak for itself, but this is straight out of the camera. I didn't really adjust any colour, any exposure, any contrast. The only thing I've added is my touch to the colour. That's really it, nothing else. No blacks, no whites, no highlights, nothing. Even though it is lower than 4K, the recording still looks amazing for a little under 500 grams FPV drone. Like I said before, beginner or professional, or even like me, getting paid to do it as I'm a licensed pilot, or for fun, or to anybody that likes it. This is maybe the best FPV drone in 2024.
I don't know about the best, but it's a good one.
Hey, got a second? I'm going to show you how I got the flexibility to
No, be quiet.
create and experiment.
The DJ
Let's see what else he's got here. He just reviewed the DJI.
LG27U.
Oh, this would be cool. We want to do it without volume, guys. He's got music. I don't know if he got copyright striked or not, but we're going to look at it. This is what he's done with the Mavic 3. Pretty sure he just said the DJI Avata was the best, and why is he not doing with the DJI Avata? I'm just being picky. This is what I applied flux with, guys. It's a really good tool to use to apply flux. It can just throw away. I'm taking my props off because I'm fixing to spin these motors up and figure out what this flight controller is doing. Good footage though. Alright guys, go and check him out. He's got 102 subscribers. Matthew A is his name. I'm going to subscribe and like that video because it's beautiful. See who this is. That's got a lot of subs on it. Phoenix. Here we go. Here we go. Got another one. Phoenix. The Helion 10 versus Chimera 7. This guy's got 226 subscribers. He's got music, so we're just going to watch it. Alright, on a new flight controller, I'm going to be grabbing a cord here. Hopefully, this will work. Let's see if Betaflight is going to work here. So I'm going to bring up Betaflight. And a lot of times, sometimes it works on mine and sometimes it doesn't, so we'll have to see if it does. Alright, first thing we want to do is make sure up is up, so I'm going to reset Z-axis, and nope, it's backwards. So we got the right, nope, it's upside down. So we're going to go to configuration here. See what we got going on. And that other one, it's in there like this. So yaw degrees, we're changing it to 180. Save and reboot. Okay. Now it's looking at the screen and it's working, so that's good. We're going to go to motors, D-Shot 600, turn on bi-directional, agree, save and reboot. to motors. Alright. Now this is why I took props off. I want to make sure my motors are right. So, motors 1, this should be 1, so 1 should be here, and that's not 1. So we're going to stop that and reorder motors. I understand. Start. Save. Connect. Is it going to connect again? This is why I don't like using Betaflight on my computer, is because the damn thing doesn't work all the time. See, now it acts like it's a USB drive. It's not a freaking USB drive. There we go. Alright. Go back to motors. Plug that back in. Alright. We want the direction to be reversed. Let's unplug this so when we freaking save and reboot, it doesn't do no crazy crap. Alright. Back to motors. We got direction reversed. We numbered it. Now we got to see if they're going in the right direction. So we'll go here. We'll go to master. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Make sure that's 1. Yep. Make sure that's 2. Yep. Make sure that's 3. Yep. Alright. That's good. Stop motors. Now, we need to see what our modes is here. So I'm going to turn on my radio.
Welcome to HTX.
Bind my radio. Alright, so now we're going to unplug this. Disconnect. Unplug this. Plug this back up. It worked. My radio's showing. So we're going to go to receiver. Throttle is right. And I don't know why my video has stopped on here. That's weird. Why has my video stopped? This stupid thing. Well, you can see what I'm doing on here though. That's good. We'll just blow this up. Alright, my throttle is working. We'll go to my motors. And I'm going to go, my modes. Alright, I'm going to pick the one that I want. So that's throttle on, that's right. So this one right here should be my, yep, that's right. Hit free. Yep, that's right. Beeper, that's right. Black box, that's right. And then flip over, that's right. Save. Disconnect. Unplug. Alright.
Telemetry lost.
That's all working. So, we should be done with this. And why my camera is not working, I have no clue. But we'll plug it. We unplugged it and plugged it back up, and the video is not working. That is weird. Alright, well, let's see here. Alright guys, so this is the last one we're checking out here. I don't know what happened there, my camera like locked up, but this is a flight footage of the Chimera 7 and the Helion 10. Which one's what? What's what? So this one over here, right here, is the Chimera 7. And the one on the right is the Chimera 7, the one on the left is the Helion 10. So, this is a good time. If you watch this and you made it to this part, you get to find out something, sneak peek here, or a little bit of information that I ain't told anybody. iFlight is sending me a Chimera 7 with motors, and I ordered a Walk Snell Moonlight, and that will be going in the Chimera 7, and we are going to make an ultimate Walk Snell long range drone. Now, whether I'll be doing some long range flights all depends on line of sight. I'm going to keep line of sight, but we will be doing stuff like this here soon. I'm kind of interested in which one is going to make it back on this one, and which one's going to go further. It looks like the Helion's got more power to it, but not by much. And they're pretty tied. Helion's got just a little more mile consumption, which I would think the Helion would actually drain a whole lot more power. But I am rooting for the Chimera 7. How big is this battery? What kind of battery has he got on this thing? I was thinking about getting like a 2,000 mile battery, or a 2,600 mile battery or something like that. Not a 4,000 mile. You notice that the Chimera has been running longer, about 30 seconds longer, if you go off the flight time here, and it's taken less mile to do that. So that means the Chimera's winning. And let's see here. But the Helion's going faster as far as speed goes. It doesn't look like it, but it definitely is. It says the Chimera's going faster, but the Helion is ahead. Yeah, he's showing that he's averaging like 75 to... He's moving with the Helion right now. It was 80 something kilometers per hour. I don't know what that transfer is. Let's see here. What is 75 kilometers an hour? .46, so he's going about 46 miles an hour at 75 kilometers an hour. That's what it seems like he's averaging here. And he's got a whole lot more voltage in this Chimera 7. He's So we are going to fast forward a little bit more here. He is coming in for a landing with the Helion. The Helion, it seemed like it got up to speed really fast, but in mile, the Chimera Pro actually takes less mo. That's interesting. Alright guys, so go and check these guys out. Phoenix, I'm going to subscribe to Phoenix and like the video. Check them out. We are done with this build. We have finished the build here, or the repair, and this thing is ready to go. All I gotta do is bolt back in, which I'll do that real quick. I just bolt this back in, close it up. The tank is back alive. It did cost us a flight controller, which I wasn't too happy about, but the tank is back to life. And we will be testing out motors here soon on this. And the new motors we have are the Zenith, which I've unboxed this on the short. I'll go ahead and get one out here. I mean Zenith, I don't know why I said Zenith. I mean ZT Innovate is what I meant to say. Here we got the ZT Innovate motor. We will be putting these on the drone here soon. Brand new ZT Innovates right here, and these are a 2207 2085 kV, and this is a big motor compared to their other one. So here's their other one here, and we got a 2207 2040. So if you look at the difference here, that one is quite bigger than the other. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but this one is smaller than this one. See right there, this one right here? See how much bigger it is? There, you can kind of tell right there. So we'll be testing those out here soon and seeing how good they do, and if they stack up against the AMAX and all the other motors, and we'll be rating them. Alright guys, this is the end of my stream. We repaired it, we checked out some videos, and go and check them out and give them a subscribe if you don't mind. See ya.